sunset tonight. I don't have a job to find, and if I were tonight, I'm so tired tonight. I fall asleep when I'm home,
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
right, good evening, folks. Man, we're live here tonight with some big block action to kick us off here for our Thursday night thunder. Guys are on the practice, already got their drivers meeting done, and we're gonna head off into our pit stop podcast qualifying session. Well, Nick, not a bad night tonight. Actually, had a pretty good night last night in the hometown. So, got these big block boys out here tonight.
Yeah, and we're on a much smaller track here than we were last night, and it should be really, really interesting. I think this track is more known for being a bottom side track. Just in practice, the top's not comparable to the bottom currently, so it'll be interesting to see how the track wears in.
Absolutely, get here our pit stop podcast qualifying session. If you're not check them out on Coast to Coast Racing Network there on Sundays. Oh, Preston Cranmer and Roger Craig, they do a lot of insights on what's going on with the league. And have a few special guests as who can bust out a good quick time here tonight. Guys, a few seconds or whatnot. Start putting up some times for you here. Leroy. Guess I want to say Leroy Jenkins so bad. Putting out a quick time up top. So there you go. But hope I can say his last name. Bushcombe. I hope that's right. So there we go. Blake Chapman. Second place spot. Nick putting up in third.
I'm good whenever you are, Joe.
Alright, on board here with Nick. He's going to give us, show us a little bit of what these guys are going to maybe run into here tonight in these big block machines.
All right, so like I kind of alluded to, I think the bottom side of the track is going to be really important, especially getting through the heat races and probably through the beginning of the beginning of the feature. But if you notice down here, we've got these tires, and with these cars, if you hit them, it upsets the whole race car. I'll hit them with a little more speed in 3 and 4. But if you do that, it can definitely get you up, and it upsets the car really, really bad. And what tends to happen is it tends to push you up the track. So that's definitely one thing to watch out for the guys that like to run the bottom, and then for the guys that like to run the top. The corners here are a little bit different. 1 and 2 is a little tighter than 3 and 4. And coming off turn 2, you got to watch out for this gap, because if you drift up here and then you make contact with this wall, it'll grab you. And it'll turn your car completely sideways in front of the entire field. So definitely got to watch out for that wall. And then in 3 and 4, the corner's a little bit wider, so you're able to kind of arc the corner a little bit better. And then kind of the same situation over here. You got to watch out for the front stretch wall. But I remember the race here last year. What a lot of guys would do is the guys that were running the top, they would come up here, and about mid corner they would turn down the racetrack and try to come off as straight as they could to keep their momentum up. So that's I think it's the fast line here, but you got to be really careful, because guys that are behind you that are running lower than you can chop their nose, and you can end your night and their night as well. So should make for some good racing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And here we go. We're going to bring us over to our heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter. As we got Dave Blau out front, Doug Lester going to start in second, Tater Williams up there in third, Leroy Bushcombe in fourth, Kevin Fry there in fifth, John Rayner sixth, Nathan Aldridge seventh, and Donovan Ross rounds out the top 8 in this one. Our top 4 guys go straight to the feature here. Like you said, a little smaller track, a little quicker around this place too, so with these big blocks, we're going to see next big blocks, small blocks, and I always got to ask this one: wouldn't the small blocks have more of an advantage on a track like this?
So you would think so, right? Because the small blocks, you don't have to be as easy on the throttle. The small blocks tend to be a little bit more stable, especially when the track gets slick. So, I mean, I was thinking about it when I was in practice. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next race. I don't know if I'm going big block or small block. I haven't made up my mind yet. But I think tonight you'll see a good mixture of both cars instead of it being big block dominant or small block dominant.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing kind of, look at, when you go kind of like a little bull ring style track, pace cars in. Green flag, we're racing here at heat race number 1. You already see those top 2 guys doubling up as they come out of the turn. Still a fight back there for around about 4th place spot with Tater Williams.
Yeah, they're basically double wide all the way through 6th. And if you look, Doug Lester kind of pulled away a little bit running that middle, versus the bottom. So that might be the early line.
Yeah, we always see that bottom line come in, and then later on everybody kind of migrates up to the top. We'll have to see what happens here tonight. It's a good battle by the 4th place. A little contact there that puts Tater Williams around and actually puts Donovan Ross in that 4th and final transfer spot.
Yeah, and he has a field full of cars behind him. He's got Kevin Fry, John Rayner, and Nathan Aldrich all right there, ready to pounce if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, he goes to the high side there. He was able to battle off old Fry. Fry looks on the inside, though, again. He's the closest one to him right now. A little bit of a mistake, and you have Rayner there, but they're duking it out pretty hard.
Yeah, the top 3 are kind of spaced out a little bit, all running single file. Probably just okay with the position they're in to make the feature. The real battle here is for that 4th and final transfer spot.
Fry's got it, or actually Ross has got it. Fry wants it. Fry's still right there, and you see a little bit of mistake. Ross hit the wall, and Fry was able to get around him. Now he's getting in trouble.
Yeah, there's a little bit more contact, but you saw how much momentum he lost when he made contact with that wall on the backstretch. It just kills all of your momentum coming off the corner.
Now your top 4's got a lot of breathing room. Tater Williams able to move it up to 5th, but yeah, just like that, you're in the show. Next thing you're not. White flag one more time for this man, Doug Lester. He's going to bring it home. Heat race 1, Blau 2nd, Bushcombe 3rd, Fry going to bring it home in 4th. Race 2. What's that?
I will say, being in the 3rd heat race, it's kind of nice to be able to sit up here and kind of watch what lines guys are running. Even even when you're not in the broadcast booth, that's something you should probably do because it gives you a lot of information about how the track's wearing in and where guys are fast.
There you go. What brings us up to heat race number 2, Icon Sim Sports. Looking for a rig that's built one of a kind for you. Check out Icon Sim Sports, and definitely they will hook you up. You got Randy Shreves out front. Dak Chapman there in 2nd, Jeffrey Barker 3rd, Blake Chapman in 4th, Alan Duranko there in 5th, and Bob DeGood in 6th, and Chase Gorley, hope I said it right, 7th. Joe Halter, not sure if he's going to grid up or not.
No, he's the admin in tonight, so but I was going to say I almost didn't even recognize Randy Shreve's car, because I'm so used to seeing that sprint car that he's got with the lime green or fluorescent yellow that he runs with the blue and the white. But it's a good looking race car too.
Yeah, black one out there tonight. Black and blue, it looks like black, white, and blue, something.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Heat race number 2. Big block style here for our Thursday Night Thunder. Coast, Cool Rays, Coast to Coast Racing League.
And Joe, we were talking about being on a shorter track and the racing being a little faster. Tonight's feature is only 30 laps, so it's really easy to go, green if you don't. I mean, obviously if you don't have any cautions, 30 laps will go by really, really fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, being as a shorter track is, we're looking at 13, 14 second times around here.
Yep, it's really quick.
Green flag.
Pace cars in. Here we go, green flag, and you talk about quick, you can also get in trouble very quick. And they're almost 3 wide up front for this one, but 3 wide for that 4th place spot.
Yeah, the good parts about being on a small track is guys get bunched up at the beginning of the race, and it takes them a few laps to kind of get spurred out and kind of find their line, It
does. You got Barker hanging on the 4th place. He's got Duranko to good behind him. Up front battle for the lead, though. Chapman's got up there along with Shreves. Those two are wanting that top spot. Don't want to get yourself into trouble, though, and get hooked up with each other. You might be able to do a little beating and banging with these cars, but you still can, you know, those front wheels are kind of out there by themselves.
Yeah, and by them battling, it's allowing Blake Chapman to kind of move up into the mix as well. They're almost 3 wide coming off turn 2.
Yeah, you see Chapman right there, so he's got to be careful. I mean, he's in the show, don't want to get caught up in a mess. Also, is bringing Barker into it too. If they don't watch, they're going to have Duranco. So they're going to have it's 2x2 for the top 4.
Yeah, that's really, really close, tight racing right there between the top, really 5. As Duranco kind of takes the middle line going into 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think Chapman right now is just trying to see what's going on up here, searching lines, maybe trying to see if he's in later on, if he gets behind 2 guys like this right here. What do I got to do to get around them?
Yeah, if they're 2x2 on this track, it's pretty dangerous to try to take it 3 wide or try to split the middle or do anything like that, because coming off the corner of the track gets really, really narrow.
Yeah, Duranco now is in the picture, wanting that forward place spot away from Barker. He's on the inside, but he's down there flirting with those tires in the grass.
Yeah, you got to be really, really careful. Oh, looked like Barker got into
Reeves.
Yeah, Shreves.
Wow. That does put Barker up there, Duranco in 3rd. And you've got Zach Chapman winning and Blake Chapman. Chapman game 1 and 2 from night of heat race number 2 here tonight. So it's maybe heat race 3.
Yep, heat race number 3.
For Dirt Car Series, big block action. If you like it, check those guys out of Super Dirt Car Series, ground pounding excitement. As we got Ryan Beagle out front, Alex Pomeroy there in 2nd, John Hine up in 3rd, Nicholas starting in 4th, Dean Reynolds up in 5th. We got Steven Bixler in 6th, Brian Lawson up in 7th, and Stephen Goldner from around the 8th place spot. And then the top 4 go automatically to the feature. What do you think you got to do to stay in that top 4?
I don't know. There's some fast guys in front of me. Ryan, Alex, and John are all fast. And, Dean Reynolds has been having a really good year. I actually talked to him earlier today, and you definitely let him know, hey, I've definitely noticed, it seems like every race on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights, you're out there battling for top 3. So some strong guys in this heat. I might be a little partial, because this is my heat race, but hopefully we all race clean and can maintain his top 4.
Ryan Beagle's in the pits. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, he gridded. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he gridded up there, but then all of a sudden now he's in the pits. So one less we have to worry about. It puts John up front. Here we go. Pace cars in. Green flag. We're racing here. Heat race number 3 already. 2x2. John gets a good jump out front. A full place spot right now. Nick's got it. Well, Lawson right there behind him. It's a battle for 2nd. The moment. Nick's going to go up to the top side. Lawson right behind him. Now he's got Bixler on his inside, so I know that's what he wants to see. Those 2 guys back there battling. Meanwhile, Stephen Goldner's a little bit further off. Top 4. And all single file. See Victory going to try to see if he can't stuff it down the inside there. Reynolds hanging on to the 3rd place spot. Got Pomeroy holding on to the 2nd. And John's just trying to just walk away with this one. So old John looking pretty good, high out front. Your top 4, all single file. Lawson trying to do what he can to maybe reel in Victory for that 4th place spot. Not being able to right now. Got Bixler and Goldner side by side. 2 are. Reynolds still hanging on to 3rd. Right there on the back end of Pomeroy. Like Victory's just kind of set right there in 4th place spot. He's got a little breathing room in between him and Lawson. Lawson's trying, but the laps are winding down here. Still kind of a freight train throughout the entire field as white flag flies one more time for Hind out front. Gonna bring it around. It's gonna be all John. Once he doesn't wreck it out of these turns. Y'all Hind, Pomeroy, Reynolds, and Victory for the top 4 here. Heat race number 3. That should bring us to our B main. It's B main, right?
Yep. B main. Looks like we called for 13 cars. 12 are going to make it.
All
And
right.
just a little update. I do see in the race control little box where it tells you Ryan Beagle actually disconnected due to incoming packet loss. So
Oh man.
may have some bad weather or something going on like that. But
Hey, just never know. Well, we got a B main up here, SBGC3D.com, printing there, Tom Taylor and Company. Check him out at SBGC3D.com. That's Tater Williams out front, Chase Gorley right there in second, Ryan Lawson third, John Rayner in fourth, Bobby Good fifth, Steve Bixler sixth, Nathan Aldridge seventh, Randy Shreves in eighth, Stephen Golden ninth, Donovan Ross in 10th, and it looks like Ryan's still having trouble with that internet. You know, that's the thing. We're on a virtual world, folks. Even I have trouble up here sometimes. And just some things you can't control. You know, internet, Mother Nature, technical problems, stuff like that. So you never know what happens.
yeah, and from a driver's perspective, you know, there's really nothing more frustrating because, you know, you qualified for first in your heat race, you know, and then something that's out of your control forces you to pull in, and now, you know, he's not gridding for the consolation. So I don't know if it'll let him, you know, come in later or what, but it's definitely not good luck tonight.
I may have to come in at least to the next races, you know.
Yep, for sure.
There, so. Well, as we always say, when definitely everybody makes it, the first thing you want to do is use this either as a test session or see what how far up you can get, so where you're going to start at in the feature.
Green flag, green flag.
Now, if you're out there, which one would you want to do?
So I try to run the line that I'm looking to run in the feature just to see how it does the first few laps. You know, me being the kind of a topside guy, I'm going to run the top and see how it kind of does with the middle and bottom lanes. It may not be faster, so I might come off of it, but it at least tells me on the track state the way it is right now how fast it is compared to all the other lines.
Hey, good run so far. As you always see these guys right now. Green flag, and they got a huge battle going on around about 7th, 8th place. They're all three wide back there.
Yeah, it's, they kind of got jumbled up a little bit in 3 and 4, and that kind of stacked them all up and allowed the front three to kind of pull away a little bit.
Yeah, it did. As you see them, a good little run. Rayner there is about 6th and 7th. They're still 2 by 2, racing hard around that position. As meanwhile up front, you got Gorley. I hope I'm saying his last name right. He's actually up there on Williams. Williams leading it, but Gorley right there on his inside, seeing if we can't maybe throw a slide job on him.
Yeah, you know, if I'm in that position and I'm in first or second, you know, I don't know that I'm pushing the issue too hard. You know, there's a lot of guys here. You could go from starting 16th to starting 24th, 21st, 22nd. You know, that's definitely not what you want to do.
Oh, absolutely. And like you said, right now looking strong out front, Tater Williams. You got Gorley there in second, Lawson up in the third. Meanwhile, behind them, Bixler and DeGood got a pretty good battle going on. But further back, everybody's kind of single file. So Bixler and DeGood probably about the best battle on the track right now.
Yeah, and if you notice, Bixler's running the top, and then Bob DeGood's kind of running right in the middle, trying to come off a little bit lower. So they're running two completely different lines in there, and they're still battling, which is a good sign for the track state.
Solid race so far amongst all these guys out here. Kind of give us an idea of hopefully what we'll see in the feature as the white flag flies. You got Williams out front. Got 2 more turns to get it done. Looks like he's going to hang on to it unless he just stuffs it in the wall. He's going to pull it out here to B main tonight. Shreves goes off into the pits road there. But Tater Williams bringing it home. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Get a word from some of our sponsors here tonight.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today, we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, we're back here. Feature time tonight for big blocks. Let's grid these guys up here as we get set around this shorter track. Doug Lester's a man out front. We got Zach Chapman starting in second, John Hine there in third, Daniel Blau in fourth, Blake Chapman up in fifth, Alex Pomalu sixth, Leroy Bushcombe there in seventh, Alan Toronco in eighth, Dean Reynolds ninth, and Kevin Fry in 10th. And at 20, could have 23 machines out here gridding it up. Get set, big block power, ground pounding sounds getting started. All right, folks, ready here. Guys set. We're racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, we're racing here. Lester gets a good jump out front in the field. Everybody's 2x2 for the most part. You got some 3 wide about mid-pack here, though. Wow, look at that. We'll go high and wide. Let's see what's going on, because it is a wild show about that middle pack 3. Right about 6th and 7th place spot. Oh, got a car. Little wiggly back there. Vic's caught up on the top side. He sees that 3 and 4 wide there. There's action all over the track, folks. In the back, in the middle. Got Randy Shreves back here in the back. Oh, a couple cars upside down. That's Donovan Ross. We saw him right there. Flipping it. Ouch. Whew, how you doing back in that traffic there, Vicar?
It's really interesting. You know, there's been a couple times where there's a hole that I could probably come off the corner 3 wide, but trying to be smarter of the negative results that could happen, right? You know, if I go 3 wide and we get jumbled up in the next corner, then I'm out of the race, right? So just trying to run a smart, clean race this early. We're only 3 laps in. You know, still a lot of time left. So, you know, there's these guys back here around mid-pack are definitely racing really hard and getting whatever they can get. You know, so.
And there's a lot of 3 wide going on throughout the field too. A good start there to it. Like I say, kind of a more of a shorter track here tonight than what these guys have been used to. Go, line them back up 2x2. Pace cars in. Chapman out front. Just a good jump on Lester this time. Go single file. You got to go back around about the 7th place spot. Caution out. Oh, I saw the caution. I saw the pace car move. My bad. Caution, we're still green flag. Around about 10th place spot, that's where Vic's sitting at right now. Just got Duranko around him, but everybody's a top side except for a couple cars down low. Bushcombe, he's there on the inside. Here comes Reynolds down on the inside. That's 2x2 racing for those guys. 3 wide almost coming out of the turn. Well, and it looks like everybody has migrated to the top right now. You guys are still stuck down on the bottom. But that 10th place spot's the hot spot right now. Reynolds, Bushcombe, Vickery, Pomerleau. Now they go side by side. As I think now you got Vickery's a little bit safe. Right behind him, Reynolds. Oh, we got a big one in the back. See what happened here. Malcolm Mills replay. So it was Rayner and company back there, but it was quite a few of them that got caught up in this one. Very far back here in the back. Riding here with Rayner right now. Let's see what. I don't think he was the start of it. I think he just got caught up in it. And that happened right there in front of him. He looks like Rayner just got on the binders and spun her around. He's trying to stop. A 10th place spot, a little hairy back there.
Yeah, it's car sliding around all over the place.
What do you got to do to get up here to the front?
I don't know. You know, there's pretty much a train on the top side, so I think I might have to try to move to the bottom and see if there's anything down there. When I tried it earlier, it didn't give me any ground, so.
All right, here we go. Back green, pace cars in. And Chapman gets a good jump out in front of Lester, and everybody just goes straight to the top, like I said. Step around about that 6th and 7th place spot, and back to about 8th place. They're 3 wide. Who's that in the middle? Is that the Ronco or Vickery? Man, I tell you what. They go back up to the top side again. 2x2. Bushcombe back there. I gotta say it, that's Leroy. He's looking good and strong out here. I like that first name, by the way. That's a good one. John actually looking strong down at the bottom. He's trying to bring that speedboat to the front. Just don't want nobody to sink it. See if you can't get that bottom lane rolling. Right now, this seems like it's top heavy. But you gotta try something. Because if you stay up top, you're gonna be pretty much stuck. Just don't know if he can get that bottom going right now as he falls back a little bit. Got an opening right there behind Vic. That's if he can't fall back in, if he can't do anything. Almost tried to come up. Victory's going to be able to take that spot away from him. John's going to fall back, and
Yellow flag.
Jeffrey Barker around in the back. We saw him sliding around back there. It looks like it's top dominant here right now. That low line just not coming in.
Yeah, no, it's 2 positions being on the bottom, and luckily, you know, I was able to get back in line and kind of hung John out to dry there. But yeah, there's really nothing on the bottom, and some guys are running kind of the middle high line, and some guys are running against the wall. So you can't really throw a shallow slider up to the middle either, because you don't know where that guy is at. You know, he could be against the wall, or he could be right there above the slick. So
makes it tricky, huh?
it does. It does. It looks like I'm going to be on the bottom here. So maybe look for me to get hung out high and dry here.
I saw the top guys instantly go to the top. I mean, once this thing went green.
Yeah, you know, I tried the bottom for 3 or 4 laps and saw 2 green guards get past me and realized, hey, you probably need to duck in behind them if you can. I checked and was able to do it. So
There you go. All right, pace car's in. Going back green. Chapman gets a good jump out front. We're going to see what happens back here about mid-pack. Like I said, Victory's caught down there. Oh, John almost got caught, though. Wow. He was able to hang on to it. Him and Bushcombe came together. Those guys are throwing slide jobs left and right. Oh, car around. Tater Williams went around on that one. Ouch. Go to Malcolm Mills replay, see what happens. Tater was about the middle pack, about 10th place spot or so. Down low right there in that red machine. It's all John and got hung up there with Bushcombe. Tater. Oh, that's kind of weird. Wow. Okay. Tater Williams, from what it looked like, he just spun out. But what actually happened is a product of just online stuff here, folks. The car that blinked out, he actually hit the invisible car and it blinked back in and it spun it. So, weird chain of events there, but we're going back green. That's the one thing. Look at the replays, and next thing you know, we're back green. So, Chapman back out front again. Everybody back up top. That for around about that 7th, 8th place spot, they're trying to settle it out. Got Garonco, Pomerleau, Hine. And we've got also Reynolds right there in the mix with them. Nicholson. So we got a good side-by-side battle. Like I said, around about 8th, 9th, 10th place spot on back. Meanwhile, your top 6 or 7 machines, all single file. Just not been able to get anything done on that middle. And boom, a little contact back in the back. It looks like between Shreves, maybe Barker, right about the 15th place spot. Luckily, they're able to keep going. Just a little bit of love tap right there. Almost got that car upset. Meanwhile, they're still beating and banging, and they were able to keep going straight. Boy, I thought they were going to spin it out, but they were able to keep going straight. Wow, good save on those 2 guys. That was Pomerleau and all, but put him way back in 19th place spot. Unfortunately, there's some heavy hitting racing going on about that spot back here. Meanwhile, this guy's Zach. Now he might hit this lap traffic before the end of this race here, folks. As you've got now Doug Blau. He's got company. Never mind. Victory is around, and it's a parking lot. Wow. Caution out. Well, I'm on that one, Vic.
Yeah, I think some cars just didn't check up, I think is what it was.
Well, and you know what? And I think some frustration there, like you were saying. It seems more of a single groove style track. It's a very fast style short track, and guys are just trying all kinds of different things to pass, and nothing's working out here.
Yeah, that really, really sucks. You know, running sixth and then that happens.
Oh yeah, frustration. I mean, and it sets in. It's a lot of the dirt track, short track type of things that happen, and again, you know, you've been mentioning it all night long. We've been seeing it with a one groove pretty much style track. Getting down here to closing laps. You know, you're trying everything you can. Guys, like you say, maybe checking up a little bit. Guys trying to see if they can put a slider on somebody, but it's just not working. Looks like we're going to go single file, and that's going to make that top side even worse as we go back green, because everybody's going to be up the top now. Except for that down low. Kevin Fry, well, he finally makes it back up high as caution is out in the back here. Back on the Malcolm Mills replay real quick, see what happened. Oh, that's all. I was on Chase Gordon. Had to find who the guy was. He blinked out, and then a car in the middle of the track, and he just got popped. We're seeing that a lot tonight here, Nick. Guys blinking out, and then the next thing you know, somebody getting into them, or are they blinking right back in?
Yeah, you know, I don't know if it has something to do with the server that we're on or what, but some nights it's really bad, and it's really bad with netcode too. You'll see that a lot as well if somebody has a bad connection.
And that's what exactly was last, like there with Tater Williams earlier on. So crazy turn of events here as the pace car's back in. Green flag, everybody single file. You see Chapman gets that good jump out there in front of him. Nose to tail around about the 4th, 5th, 6th place spot. That's Fry, Blau, Hine, Lawson, and company. You can go back to around about the 12th place spot or 10th place spot there. You go side by side. Stephen Goldner, he's up top.
The yellow flag is out.
And again, caution, but I got a feeling again that was another blinking incident. Daniel Blau. Go back on the Malcolm Mills and we'll see. I wasn't 100% sure it was, but he's up top right there. He's actually. Oh no, he just caught the wall, and that car just parks on the wall. Kind of the first time we've seen tonight a car grab the wall there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple guys make contact with the wall, but up until that point, you know, luckily nobody had really been grabbed by it. But I've seen a couple guys make contact and door it pretty good.
Absolutely. All right, Chapman, up front. If he can't get a good jump on this field here. That pace car. I always get a trip out of the pace car. We have a pace car on Thursday night and the truck on Wednesday. Whoever set the server up on Thursdays loves the car.
Green flag.
Wait for him to put the Porsche out there one day. We'll see. Green flag. We're back at it again. Chapman out front. Lester there behind him. Behind is trying to tear it up there in 4th place spot along with Chapman. Kind of curious, is he going to be able to do anything with Chapman and get around him on that 3rd place? The problem is the Chapman is right there on the back bumper. Oh, and you saw Lester got loose. And when he did, check Chapman up, Hine was able to scoot around the top side of him and got up there instantly. As the white flag flies one more time, won't matter what happens here. Well, John Hines going to see if he can't catch Chapman. Not going to be able to. It's all Zach Chapman, Hine, and Blake Chapman Bring it home in this one. Good little race there out there. Small tracking in here tonight. Let's see if we can't bring some of these guys, get a word with them. Got the Chapman game. All right, let's bring Blake Chapman. You want to get a word with him, Nick?
Yeah, I can.
All right, let's bring Blake here. Let's do it.
Blake Chapman's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
So kind of walk us through your night. You know, how did it feel through the heat races and then through the AMA? You know, it's quite a few cautions there at the end. We ran the first half of the race pretty good, but there was a lot of cautions at the end. Did that kind of hurt you, help you? You know, kind of what was your opinion?
It depended if I was in fourth or third. If I was in fourth, I really wanted the top, but the bottom was just not there tonight, it seemed like, which I expected. Coming from the matinee, it was really top heavy, but that ending was pretty crazy. You know, those lap cars are sideways, and I think it might have screwed a couple people up, but at the end of the day, it's racing and that kind of stuff. It happens, but it was just good close racing all night long, really. And I got to thank everybody for racing me clean.
Yeah, so, you know, that's your third place finisher. You got anybody you want to thank for bringing home third tonight?
Yeah, parents, grandparents, Steve Bixler, everybody that watches and supports. I got to thank Wide Open Motorsports, all those guys down there. BB7 Setups, Stevenson Family Performance, Giddings Mobile Repair. And I got to thank you guys for putting this on for us.
So that is your third place finisher, Blake Chapman. We'll bring up the second place finisher, John Hahn.
Yeah, bring up here old John. He was able to scoot by and get that second place.
John, it's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
So kind of walk us through your night. How was the race? How did the track feel?
Jeez. Well, you know, that was a one-lane track, and that's a shame. You know, hopefully that we see a patch come out here and they fix the track surface. But it was an eventful night. Just everybody on the top checking up, whatever. And I hated the fact I got into a couple guys, including you, Nick. You got off of it, I got off it, then I got shoved from behind right into you and turned you. But man, when everybody's under a blanket right up there like that, one guy has trouble, everyone behind him, it's a big accordion. And I saw that a couple times tonight, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate when that happens. But yeah, like you said, you know, it was a one-lane track on the top, and the bottom just wasn't there. You know, there was a couple times that you and I were stuck on the bottom, and we tried to make it work. And I mentioned in the broadcast that, you know, you kind of got hung out to dry there. A couple cautions from the end, and you know, caution come out shortly after. But yeah, the bottom just wasn't there. And I mean, did you think to try to maybe run the middle, or you just pretty much glued to the top side after getting stuck on the bottom?
I could see, because I could see guys, you know, if you watch, they'll dive down and try to make that middle to make a pass, and you know, they'd have to either shove it back up in line, which actually caused a few of the checkups and some of the incidents. You know, but I knew that bottom. I mean, I got stuck on there on a restart, and then I got freight trained. I went back to 10th, 12th, something like that, and then I got back to the top, and like I said, when everybody's on top like that, and you know, one guy, I mean, it's like Talladega kind of, you know, that one guy has a problem up front, you know, everybody's under a blanket there, you got nowhere to go. And you know, and I don't blame the guy that whoever pushed me and like into you, he can't see through me, so he doesn't know. So I mean, it's just tough going, but I think all in all, I mean, the guys did good. I think the end was probably pretty exciting there. You know, I went from fourth to second in like half a lap, so you know, kind of a crazy finish though.
Well, you brought home second tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank my gambler teammates. You know, we have a lot of fun down there. We've been on a little bit of a roll. We've won 3 out of the last 4 Renegades races, and Zach put it in the victory lane here tonight. So we've been doing really good here lately, and I'm proud of the guys. And Then I also like to thank Epsilon Sprint Wraps, who wrap the car. Anybody that's interested in getting a wrap can go out to Facebook and find Epsilon Sprint Wraps, give them a like, PM them, they can get themselves a really nice wrap. I'd also like to thank Andy over at Cool Ray Heating and Plumbing. We got heating and plumbing on our car. It's getting into winter time, so if you want to get your heater and everything checked and you're around in the Atlanta area, by all means look up Cool Ray Heating and Plumbing. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the Cruise Shop and cruiseshopfw.com. If you want travel plans, whether it be a honeymoon, a getaway, a family vacation, she can set you up for any kind of occasion, just to kind of get away and have some fun.
All right, well, that is your second place finisher, John Hahn. We'll bring up Zach Chapman.
Yeah, let's bring up all the Zach here tonight, who just had him covered. Zach, Joy in the booth, got up.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, Joe?
Well, I tell you what, man, you had him covered up there, but looks like one groove track. How was you feeling out there?
Yeah, it was, I'm sure Nick was giving you some insight there, but it was all about beating Lester into turn one and hopefully getting the high side. So I don't have triple monitors, so I was staring at the left, looking at his car, just making sure I was lined up. And as soon as that one green, hammer down, and I needed the high side.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you definitely got it, and it was an awesome race here. Now, I got to ask in the next one, are you going to go big block, small block?
Yeah, I'm going to go big block because I think there at the end, if you had a little more power, you might have been able to do something on the tack on the bottom if you shut it down, and then you'd have enough power to get off the corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, good run here tonight. Got anybody you want to thank for the win?
Yeah, I want to thank Cool Ray Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, Brightbox Electrical Services, and Roger and all those guys, for putting this on, you for broadcasting, and last but not least, the best painter in the league, Nick Vickery. If you want a good paint job, hit him up, VMR Wraps. He does an awesome job. And also don't want to forget, how awesome is it to today, Bill Calder's wife, Mary, made it home. And so now she's at home with Bill, and he can get racing with us a little more.
There you go. Good news to hear. And that's your winner tonight, Zach Chapman. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We got some big block, small block action coming up, so stay tuned.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today, we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
GeForce TV delivers the excitement of short track racing to places it has never seen before. With dynamic production elements and state-of-the-art technology, GeForce TV proves what the racing community already knew. Race fans are plentiful and they are hungry for excitement. Last year, GeForce TV streamed over 250,000 hours of intense racing action for fans all around the world. Nearly 750,000 fans viewed our streams and on-demand videos. By the end of the racing season, our subscriptions rose more than 400%. What does all this mean for you and your business? Motorsports marketing in Canada has never produced such amazing and measurable results. Cashing in on the benefit of motorsports marketing is easier than it's ever been. Work with a team, work with a speedway, work with a series, or join the excitement directly with us at GeForce TV. We are excited to see you all back at the races. But until then, see it all on GeForce TV. Subscribe today for free at GeForceTV.net.
All right, welcome back here, folks. Now we got our big block, small block kind of combination here tonight. And so, Nick, did you decide on which one you wanted?
Yeah, I went big block.
Okay.
You know, so I spent pretty much the entire practice session trying to figure out how to work throttle again. You know, because in the small blocks you can pretty much go wide open. You know, you maybe have to lift a little bit getting in, but the big blocks is definitely not like that. Once the track slicks off, you do that in the big blocks, and you're going to go up into the wall. So,
well, we got our Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session underway here. Puts it up on the top side, fast wide. Got exactly 24 cars. Kevin Fry right now with a topside quick time. My Pomerleau blast off a 13.10. It comes behind him. What do you think is going to be the biggest difference that if any of these guys run small blocks as opposed to the big blocks are going to be?
So I think you'll see the big blocks kind of pull away in the heat races, and then I think you'll see some of the small block guys that start closer to the rear of the field. I think you'll see those guys starting to come towards the front, towards the end of the feature. You know, like we talked about just a second ago, with the big blocks having so much power, it's so much easier to make a mistake, because if you're just on the throttle a little bit too much, you could be spinning coming off the corner, or you could get the car too sideways entering the corner. So I definitely think early heat races in the Constellation race, you'll see big blocks be kind of dominant, and then I think closer to the end of the feature, you'll see small blocks kind of making a push for the front.
All right.
And I am ready if you want to switch over. All right, so we only got about 45 seconds left in qualifying, but kind of the same situation here in the big block, small block race that we had in the small block. You know, we didn't really see a whole lot of guys venturing to the bottom, and so the tires really weren't a topic of problem for guys. But you know, really it goes back to the top side. You know, if you get to the corner too hard with these big blocks, and of course I missed the wall there, but you can actually slap the wall with your back end, and what'll happen is once it grabs you, it just picks the front end of the car up. You see, I tried to save
upside down.
It didn't quite work out, but yeah, you know, if you hit the wall with the back end of your car, you know, it can definitely throw you for a loop. I think that's really the big thing we need to watch for tonight in this race is guys slapping the wall and getting really sideways, and same with the front stretch and back stretch as well. You know, it's really easy to get into it coming off the corner, and if you do, you know, you might pay the price.
Well, there you go. It brings us up to our heat race number 1. Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, 37 years, 360 wing sprint action. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter. All the 60 wing sprints there. Dean Reynolds out front. Doug Lester there in second. Kevin Fry third. Taylor Williams starting fourth. Zach Chapman in fifth. Jeffrey Kemper in sixth. Steve Bixler there in seventh. John Rayner at eighth. How do you tell on iRacing which one is which? Because the big block and small block look the same.
Yeah, from a visual perspective, they're the exact same. As a matter of fact, when you're painting cars, it's actually the exact same template. So you know, if you get a paint job done for a small block, you can also use it on the big block.
Okay.
But it's really, really hard to tell without looking at a list of who's in what. You know, if you hop in the car, you might be able to hear the difference, but it's going to be really minuscule from a spectator's view. You know, and as far as visually, you might see them pull a little bit harder on the straightaway when the track's fresh like this, but outside of that, they're basically tit for tat.
Now, in real life, I mean, besides from the motor, that is, what are some of the main thing? I mean, is it a full-on different chassis?
So I'm not sure. I know that down here in I guess the South, you want to call it. You know, we're late model guys and occasionally sprint car guys. So really the only time I have any exposure to the big blocks are at World Finals in Charlotte, and I think they're just big blocks. But I watched a little bit of the race this past weekend, and they look the same to me. I can't tell the difference.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. While you were saying that, we had cars flying everywhere. I mean, Doug Lester went up in the air, Bixler went in the air. That left Tater Williams out front, and Chapman there in second, Kemper in third, and Fry in fourth, and the field kind of split up. So cars were going everywhere.
Yeah, the top four have a pretty decent gap. They're fighting pretty hard back there around Dean Reynolds and John Rayner.
Yeah, it was wild chaos there. I mean, when actually the leader started off, kind of spun around in the front of the field. Next thing you know, collected a couple cars, and another car went flying up in the air. Now Williams found himself out front, but Zach Chapman's trying to close the door on it.
Yeah, it's definitely not a way you want to start the first heat race, being in the first heat race. But
No.
top two guys look like they're going to shape up to be a good battle here with 2 laps to go.
And as always, early on, kind of deceiving because you can go kind of down low. Now, they're sticking to the middle of the track, but as you know, that's usually turns around as being a top side as the night goes on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We kind of saw the same track usage in the last race that we're seeing right now, where a lot of guys are running the middle. So it makes you wonder if they're going to kind of burn out the middle and not really leave anything on the bottom.
Yeah. Come around. Tater Williams going to bring it home. Kevin Fry's going to bring it home in that fourth and final transfer spot. Brings us to heat race number 2, Icon Sim Sports. If you're looking for a rig that's built for you, look no further than iconsimsports.com, and they will definitely get you fixed up and on your way there. Carson Nicholson out front in this one. John Hines starting in second. Alan Duranco third. Alex Pomerleau starting in fourth. Al Moonen in fifth. Jeffrey Barker sixth. Gabe Blau seventh. Steven Spees there starts in 8th place in this. Well, let's see if they can make it around this one without chaos on this one. Pretty stacked field in this one.
I know we saw a lot of really good racing in the heat races and the small block race. So let's see if we can kind of restart the show a little bit here with the second heat race.
Let us know who out there you're pulling for. Check out while you're at it, check out c2crl.com. Check out all the information from the Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League. Get you up to date on everything going on. Got Nicholson and Hine out front there. A lot of fast guys in this one, though.
Yeah, a lot of these guys actually ran the last race. I think Gabe, Spees, and Moonen, I think, were the only 3 that were not in the small block race.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, race cars in. Green flag. Racing. Already see them. They're 2x2 for that second and fourth place.
Looks like the field got off to a much better start that time. Nobody really on top of each other. It's 2 distinct lines, kind of the bottom, middle, and the top. But they're pretty much 2 wide all the way back to 6th and 7th, 5th and 6th.
And with some of these guys, we don't know. Like say, some of them might have been a small block or the big block. It might bring about different groups here. As you see right now, John's falling back in the clutches at 4th place spot. He's got Pomerleau right there with him, and Moonen on the outside looking in.
Yep, Moonen and Speeds are definitely wanting to see these guys race real hard. Being just outside of that transfer spot, if something happens to those 2 guys in front of them 2, then they're both in the show. So maybe a little bit of patience here.
Battle for the lead, battle for 3rd and 4th, and then you go out battle almost for 5th and 6th. Everybody kind of stacked up 2x2.
Yep, and if you notice that everybody's giving each other some space. There's not really a whole lot of contact going on, so it's really good racing to watch.
Yeah, it is. Side by side right now. Still, he got loose. Who was that? That was Nicholson. That car just got loose on him.
Yeah, that definitely changes things up because now Spees and Moonin are fighting for the last transfer spot.
Yeah, it is. Moonin's got it. Speeds wants it. White flag. Let's see if he's going to be able to get it. It's a cluster right there. He's trying. Oh! And Kyle Moonin bounced off the tire of Spees and put Spees in the 4th place spot. Bronco's going to bring it home. A good little heat race. He's up heat race number 3. Super Dirt Car Series. Premier Big Block Series out there. The ground pounding action. You got Stephen Goldner out front. Ryan Beagle there in 2nd. Bob DeGood up in 3rd. Nicholas Vicker there in 4th. Nathan Aldridge in 6th. Chase Gorley in 7th. Donovan Ross in 7th. And we got Justin Sick back in the 8th place spot. That here, remember, top 4. Oh, that feature. So, did you learn anything off those other heat races there, Vic?
Yeah, it looked like a lot of guys are still running the middle low line. I'm starting this one on the top side, so for the first couple laps, I'm probably going to try and send it on the top side.
Okay. What we got? Pace cars pulling them around. Be curious to see what Beagle does. He loves the low line. Cars pulling. Drops off.
Green, green, green.
Race number 3. Green flag. Oldner and Company. Beagle right there with him. Go up top. Little contact in the back there with Justin and Company. Nick's hanging on to that 4th place spot up top. Aldridge right behind him. Down low. Beagle stand up high, and I think he knows he's going to have to. I know he would much rather probably go down low, but they're almost 3 wide for that 3rd place spot. Got the good right there with him. Vickery's right behind him, trying to see what these guys are going to do. Don't want to get caught up in a wreck. Got Aldridge right behind him. And Justin Six coming up through. He wants in that 4th and final transfer spot. So now got to almost go because it's closing up for that final transfer. Here comes Sick. He's going to thread the needle. Back here with Ryan Beagle. You see Sick right there on the inside of Beagle. Takes the 4th place for right now. Beagle up top. Sick down low. Sick's got it. Vickery trying to battle his way up into the 2nd. The good's there. Everybody's kind of under a blanket though. From 2nd on back. It's a good battle. And meanwhile, Goldner's loving it because he can just kind of run his own race and go off. But it is almost 3 wide back there. Contact Beagle and Sick. That sends Beagle around. Aldridge is the man now taking over the 4th place spot. But it's a battle between him and Sick. Sick's down low. And Vickery almost got in the good. Better watch out. Whoo, he was able to hang on to it there as Aldridge hangs on the 4th place spot. Goldner out front. So, a little scary moment there coming around turn 4.
Yeah, I got in a little bit harder than he did and got up on the brakes and looked like a little bit of contact, and he got a little bit loose, and I tried to pull under him without, getting into him real hard, and was able to hold on to 4th there, or 3rd there.
Literally, what brings us up to B Main here, SBGC3.com, B Main. Tom Taylor and Company out there does an outstanding job. Check him out at SBGC3D.com. They got 12 cars. Everybody should make it in this one, though. How'd the car feel out there?
All right, felt like a big block. A whole lot of power, a whole lot of throttle control.
All right. Well, it was a little hairy there, though, at times. I mean, I noticed you were back there in 4th at one time, kind of just watching that battle in front of you, which is kind of being patient. But then here comes, you see Justin coming through the field. At one point, you had to go.
Yeah, there's a couple times heard you mention 3 wide for second, third, and fourth. I could have stuck my nose in a couple times, but the way they were coming up towards the track, door to door with each other, I would have got pinched and it would have been a big mess. So just be a little more patient on my end and try to be there in the end.
Absolutely.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, little test session here as pace cars in. Green flag flies. They're already 2 and 3 wide throughout the field.
Yeah, if you look, Justin got a really good run on the bottom coming out of turn 2 there. He was able to pull to Dean Reynolds' door for the lead as a 3 wide coming off 4.
Yeah, they are. You see Justin down low. Right there in the middle, that should be Barker. And a little contact up top side, though.
Yeah, it's really, really tight racing pretty much through the entire field. If you look back, they're 3 and 4 wide as well.
Yeah, it is. That's Rayner, Ross, Lester Company. You got Nicholson. Also,
you're starting to see a couple guys kind of move towards the top up there where the marbles are. So the track could be shaping up to be a two-groove track here.
Yes, it is. You see Sick right there with it. Barker, Reynolds. They kind of getting away, but they're in that middle groove right now.
Yeah, they started moving up the track. The bottom here is really hard to hit without hitting those tires and also to give yourself a good exit coming off the corner.
Well, I mean, at least it's good to see the middle groove running pretty good instead of that high side. Maybe that'll hold out for the feature and maybe make 2 different grooves.
Yep, maybe a high line and a middle line.
Absolutely. Hey, looks a little single file up front. Kyle Moonen hanging on at 7th. Nicholson right there in front of him in 6th place. Blau back in 8th. Meanwhile, Justin's loving what he's seeing out front.
Yeah, he's got a clear racetrack. You can't really ask for any more than that. It looks like they're coming to 2 to go.
It is. See Barker behind him. Reynolds right there with him. Got to go back here to where Nicholson and Moonen and Rayner side by side. Come around for the white flag.
Yeah, Moonen and Rayner have been side by side the past couple laps. I've been kind of watching that one out of the corner of my eye.
Like Moonen's going to get the best of it. Sick's going to bring it home. Barker in 2nd. Reynolds there in 3rd. Brings us up for our B main. That was a good little run here tonight. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Get a word from some of our sponsors.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Coolray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
Alright folks, welcome back. Feature time here tonight. Let's grid these guys up as Tater Williams is going to bring it out front here with Alan Duranko starting in second, Steve Golden up there in third, Zach Chapman in fourth, John Hine fifth, Bobby Good in sixth, Jeffrey Kemper seventh, Alex Pomalou there in eighth, Nicholas Victory starting ninth, Kevin Fry in 10th. We got 24 big block, small block combination of cars out here tonight. About to make it loud here, folks. Let's get set. About ready to rumble this place. Alright, folks. Let them round here. Set. Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League here tonight. Green flag, we're racing. Williams and Company, it is a 2x2 all the way back. Oh, Mo already got a car upside down. That's John. Oh, sunk the boat. Go back and watch. It's actually up front. The Wall got out there and got, yep, Wall got him. And just tumbles around. Titanic down. Definitely. Wow. Happened to the best of them out there. You said it earlier there, Vic. Wall sometimes can jump out and bite you.
Yeah, I got turned upside down in that caution as well.
Ouch. See? Told you. Wall. Bite you.
Yeah, I think we might have been off air, but I really don't like small racetracks.
Well, they go by quick. That's one good thing about it. But you know, it's a different animal. I think as a sprint car, it might be a little bit more forgiving because the car's a lot smaller. That way. Go back green. A single file there, but up front, boy, Duranko wants that lead. He powered on the inside there, Williams. Problem is, I don't think that inside groove yet is there. We saw the middle groove early. Nobody's ventured down there. A little further on back, about mid-pack, around 10th place spots. You've got Aldridge and Reynolds. Excuse me. Aldridge and Reynolds, Barker there. Actually having a pretty good battle going on in themselves. Got Reynolds hanging out down low. Barker's up high. Vic's got time to get to the front. 6 laps, so he's got time to get there. Just can't get in too much trouble. A lot of guys slipping and sliding back in the back. And, oh, Doug Lester. Round. Ouch. You got time to get back to the front there, Nick?
Yeah, it's just a matter of racing smart. It's really easy to overdrive when you're not having the best of nights, you know?
Yeah, true. And you can get, you know, we talk about mental stuff too. Talk about mental stuff. Once you get out of a groove, it's hard to get back in a groove. Back green. Hader gets a good jump out front. Some good bat. Oh, Dustin around. Back on the Malcolm Mills replay. See what happened. About that middle pack right there. Little checkup on the start. Went 3 wide in the middle. Still 3 wide. Oh, and the inside car just got up into him and went around. From there, just kind of chaos all over. We got up to 18th so far.
Yeah, trying to avoid incident points.
Hey,
yeah, I think me and Speeds are top 2 in the points in this series. It's either me and him or me and Chapman. So I'm gonna try and keep Speeds as close to me as I can. In case it's him, I can't remember who it is.
Back green, single file. You got Taylor Williams out front. Duranco along with it. Goldner there. Chapman. Kemper. Body's still strung out. Back a little bit further. And you see Vic, you gotta go back that far. Side by side. Pretty wide back there too. Blau and company. Gorley. I hope I say the last name right. Chase. Play Chase. He's an
The yellow flag is out.
Nicholson around. Wow. Saw that one back there in the back. Love tap. I said go. Kind of back up.
Green flag, green flag.
Back green.
The yellow flag is out.
And caution. On Rayner. Back on a Malcolm Mills replay. See what green flag went. He went. Guys just kind of collaborated together. John fell over. One of them weird ones right there. Out front. Green flag. Taylor Williams gets a good jump. Duranco behind him. You got to go back about the 5th place spot. You got Pomerleau, Kemper, Reynolds. They're side by side right now. They can't get that Bottom lane, Speed's back here in the 14th place spot. Duking it out a little bit. That puts Bixler. Victory's back in the mix there. Bees. A lot of heavy hitter drivers back in that back spot, trying to make the way to the front. A 2x2 throughout the field a lot here. For the good. Up top there too, along with Reynolds. Top 4 or 5, all single file though. Mostly you got to go here about 14th, 15th place spot. Oh, car around, hard. That's Kyle Moonen. Go back on the Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to Moonen. Up top. Let's see, did the wall get him? By himself right now. Got another car closing in. Let's see. And he goes way up to the cushion. Oh, yeah, bounced off the wall and just kind of ricocheted between him and another machine. Wow. How you doing back there, Vic?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Hanging in, huh?
Yeah, that's about all I can say.
Back green. Tater up front and yellow flag. Victory involved in this one. On Malcolm Mills. See what happened. Down low. Oh, cars in front. Nowhere to go. A little up tap. It says white flag.
Yeah, I don't know. We're showing 16 laps complete right now.
My ticker's off or what? They better catch up here. Might reset itself here in just. Either way, we're going single file. Green flag. Out front, you got Tater with it. All around. Set my ticker here. All right, here we go. All right, 12 to go. And more like. Well, it's been a wild one so far out there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if we can get some green flag laps, let everybody spread out a little bit, maybe get some good racing here.
Mm-hmm. All right, green, side by side. Williams gets that good jump out there though on him. Broncos right there on his back end. Got Goldner along with it. You got a lot of 3 wide racing going on in the back. Caution. Whew, caution, 3 caution. Bounced it off the wall, Bixler did. And from there, upside down. Back single foul. That helps out Taters. He gets a good jump out front. Duranco there in second. Oh man, I tell you what, Pomerleau got a little wiggly. Lost a lot of positions. Back to 8. While you got, these guys are just beating and banging on each other around about 7th, 8th place spot. Not a lot of give, a lot of taking going on the track right now. See the good Lester. Got a car upside down. That was Nicholson. I believe it was, yep. Nicholson upside down. Wow. All right, short track racing, gotta love it, folks. We do have a late model still to come. And that brings up the question of a lot bigger car on a shorter track.
Which the late models aren't quite as temperamental as these cars because the front wheels aren't exposed.
That's true, yeah.
So any minor contact that happens in the pro late models, it's not going to flip you upside down.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times. The guys get stuck on the wall, a little contact from the front end, so. And we got out there and rub a little bit on those late models.
Yeah, I think there's been plenty of rubbing in the first 2 races. Maybe everybody got it out of their system.
Yeah, true. Face cars in. Going back to single file here. Williams out front, Duranco. Williams loving it. He gets that good jump from the field. Goldner's up on the top. Beagle's going to drop it down low, and Goldner's going to catch the wall, able to hang on to it. That closes up a lot of the gap for a lot of guys there, and they're going 3 wide. Pomerleau, Lester and company. See, we've got Goldner still up on the top there. Chapman, Zach around there with them. Victory's been able to pull it back up to 11. Some of the cautions been able to help him out a few. In front of him, though, he sees that pack of machines. Kevin Fry in the mix there around about 5th place spot. Top 4 or 5, though. That Beagle says, you know what, I'm going to try this bottom lane. Ain't got nobody around me, I might as well. Does the bottom. But Speeds is coming, so he's going to have to change something up here, or he's going to lose that 3rd place. I don't know if we can hold him off for another 3 laps or not. Speeds has got Goldner tearing up the back end, though. Eagles hanging on to that bottom lane. Got something working. Got 2 more times to get it done. I know he'd like to see Goldner get up there. Well, and here comes Goldner on the inside. I was about to say, Goldner get up there and battle with Speeds. Was on the wall. I don't know how he saved that. I don't know who that was in the wall, but they got in the wall, came off the wall, got back on the track. White flag's out. Won't matter at this point. Looks like Beagle's going to hang on. Speeds is the man in second. third. Excuse me. He hangs on the third. Beagle hangs on the second. Tater Williams going to bring it home. What a wild finish to this one here. Can't get some of these guys up here and get a word with them. I know. Oh, we got Speeds here. We'll bring him up here and let you get a word with him.
Speeds, is Nick up in the booth? You got a copy?
Sure do.
So kind of run us through your night. What did you think about the track and all the cautions, and just kind of through your heat race? How did everything go for you tonight?
Yeah, well, I had a penalty, so didn't qualify and had to start in the back of the heat. And I don't even remember what happened, but lots of crashing tonight. That's all I saw. I know, Nick, I think I clipped you right on the first lap there, so apologies for that. But I think everybody just parked in front of us, and I don't think we had anywhere to go. So, and I don't know if it got much better from there, but I just kept hanging on and just trying to stay as clean as I could. So I really don't know what happened, but I'll take third.
Yeah, I think the name of the game tonight so far in the big blocks 358s has been just to keep your nose clean, right? Because in the 358s it was a single lane track, and in this race it was a little more than a single lane track. There was a couple lanes that seemed to be working, but just a matter of keeping your nose clean, I think, is kind of what contributed. So you brought home third, I believe, right? Yep. So got anybody to thank for that third place finish?
Gosh, yeah, just, thank the league really for everything they do. Thanks to all the folks that tune in and kind of give us a place and have some fun watching this, I think is where we're going to leave it at tonight. So, thanks for everything, guys.
All right, so your third place finisher, Steven Spees. We'll bring Ryan Beagle up and get a word with him. Second place finisher.
Second place guy here, Ryan Beagle. You that load line.
Ryan Beagle, is Nick up in the booth? You got a copy?
Yep.
So kind of run us through your night. How was that finish? And I was in the back, but I heard John or Joe talking about it on the broadcast. Kind of walk us through those last couple laps.
Yeah, I just Goldner, he was telling me to run the top, and he's probably right, but I was more comfortable running the bottom, and I seen those guys trading slide jobs, so I figured at some point somebody was not gonna end up with the right end of one, so we just stuck it out on the bottom and ended up second.
You can't really complain too much about that. It was definitely a caution-filled night, and definitely want to congratulate you on second. Looks like you came from 20th to second as well, so definitely a good run for you tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just think everybody puts this on, and we just missed all the wrecks. Well, most of them. We hit a lot of stuff, but we missed most of them tonight.
Well, again, congratulations on finishing second. That is your second place finisher, Ryan Beagle. We'll bring Tater Williams up here and get a word with your winner.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Ryan utilized that low line, but this guy here, Tater Williams, he was loving it all night. Tater, Joe White, boot, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
I tell you what, once you got out front, you wasn't going to let it go. How was that car, and how was your night going?
It was good on the short runs, but Alan could catch me on the long runs, and I got to do some apologizing to him because I kind of dirtied him up there, and I glanced up at my mirror going into 3 and thought I was clear, but it was so black I couldn't really see his front end, and I hit him a little bit, and I hate that happen. I don't try and race anybody dirty, but I apologize to him about that.
Well, what was you feeling on the short track part of it tonight? Because I think that's kind of what has run into a little bit here.
I like the short tracks. They're more my style. I just can't really get around these big tracks in these cars, I've found out. I don't run these much. I'm more of a pro guy, but these just fit me a little bit better.
Tell you what, you was able to put in victory lane here tonight. Got anybody you want to thank for a good win?
I got to thank all the guys back in the Discord, Chipbangers Racing. They do a ton for me. Dylan Perry, John Foskey, Chase Smith, just all the guys, Combs Cuts, B&B Bates, just everybody that helps me on this hot rod.
There you go, winner tonight. Big blocks, small blocks there. Taylor Williams. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got Pro Late Models coming up.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Cool-Ray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
GeForce TV delivers the excitement of short track racing to places it has never seen before. With dynamic production elements and state-of-the-art technology, GeForce TV proves what the racing community already knew. Race fans are plentiful and they are hungry for excitement. Last year, GeForce TV streamed over 250,000 hours of intense racing action for fans all around the world. Nearly 750,000 fans viewed our streams and on-demand videos. By the end of the racing season, our subscriptions rose more than 400%. What does all this mean for you and your business? Motorsports marketing in Canada has never produced such amazing and measurable results. Cashing in on the benefit of motorsports marketing is easier than it's ever been. Work with a team, work with a speedway, work with a series, or join the excitement directly with us at GeForce TV. We are excited to see you all back at the races. But until then, see it all on GeForce TV. Subscribe today for free at GeForceTV.net.
Alright folks, welcome back here. Now we got the Pro Late models out here. What these guys can do is we got a pit stop podcast qualifying session underway. We're gonna put that thing up on the top side here tonight. We got Dylan Perry up top. He's there in second. Oh, Speed says never mind. No, here comes Templeton. That would lay down a good time. 12:41.
I'm ready, Joe, whenever you are.
Alright, well, let's jump on board here with old Nicholas Vickery. Gonna let us know what maybe some of the tricky spots around the track in these late models are.
All right, so these cars are a little bit different than the big blocks. You don't have to be quite as scared of the wall here, because if you do end up making contact with the back of your car, it's not really going to flip you. You know, if you hit it at 5 mile an hour, 25 mile an hour, it's gonna grab you. But you know, if you hit it with the back end here, it's not really gonna affect your car too much. But you know, I think I qualified 11th or 12th, so I don't really have much qualifying advice for you. But just things to look out for in the feature is always going to be the wall slightly, and then also in the bottom of the corner down here. These tires are still here and they do not move. So if you do make contact with them under power, it can really shoot you up the racetrack, pick the left side of your race car up. So it's never really a good time getting into the tires in the bottom. As far as track wear, I think you're going to see some guys running the middle low line in heat races, and then as the feature comes out, I think we'll see a lot of the big block and 358 lines. I think you'll see a lot of guys on the top, and then guys trying to go to the middle and bottom to pass. So that's about all I've got for advice.
All right. Well, I mean, I tell you what, and like what you just said, obviously it's a lot faster than what we've seen with the big blocks and stuff. All right, brings us around here to heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, 37 years of 360 wing sprints. Find on Facebook and Twitter. We got Justin Sick out front, Bob DeGood there in second, Dylan Perry starting third, Brandon Templeton fourth, Doug Lester fifth, Kurt Schatzer there in sixth, Tater Williams seventh, and Andy Piercefield in eighth. And Kyle's going to grid up or not. Right off the top of your head, what do you think we're going to see in this heat race 1 here?
I don't know. We hadn't ran these cars all night, and we've got some new guys in the field, some guys that are coming from 358 in the big block race. So it'll be really interesting. These cars, they're really temperamental. If you don't get the right corner entry, you can get into the wall, or the car will get tight and push you up the track. So I think we'll see the first couple laps. I think we'll see some tight races and maybe some bumping here and there. Just until everybody gets spread out, and then I think once people spread out, I think we'll see maybe some calculated slide jobs. Because as the night gets later, and the racing line moves up the racetrack, you can't pass guys on the top side anymore. So really, the only way around them is to stay on the bottom, stay in the middle, or throw a slider.
Kyle Parker not griding up yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I saw where he joined the server. He may not be at the computer.
Eating a hot dog. I might call him on the phone and say, "Hey, look."
Yeah. You got 3 seconds left before we go green. Before we pull up.
Run. Run fast. Well, it looks like he didn't make it. I have to go to that console. But here's the thing, though. Everybody's going to make it tonight, so.
Yep, very, very true.
Bob DeGood went to the top 4, go straight to the feature. Been an exciting night so far, though.
Yeah, it's been some good racing, under green, and then some unfortunate incidents, throughout the field. Caused a lot of cautions in the big block. The 358 wasn't that bad, but hopefully we'll see some more green flag laps here.
Yeah, we got Justin Sick out front in this one. Templeton's hanging on to that third place. Schatzer's there in that final transfer spot. But he has Lester right there on his back end, though. They're too wide on it.
Yeah, really, Justin's kind of pulling away, and then you're almost 4 wide for second, third, fourth, and fifth. So,
yeah,
these guys
Lester's
definitely haven't
there,
spread out
man.
a
They're
lot.
almost 3 wide for the 4th place spot.
Yeah, and if you notice, they're running different lines, and neither line is really pulling really, really hard on the other one. You got a couple guys on the top and a couple guys on the bottom, so it's looking good so far.
Well, Schatzer and Lester there. You got Piercefield coming into the picture, too.
Yeah, I always say when you're behind guys that are battling really hard, you really want to see that because it allows you just to run your line and close in on them pretty quick.
You saw back there, looks like Pierceville did what you said in the big blocks earlier on. Ricocheted off of that wall coming out of turn number 4.
Yep, where the pit opening is.
Yeah, actually, pit opening, it looks like be turn number 2, my bad. But yeah, it just like ricocheted right off of it. And the good thing about these cars is that he just bounced right off of it.
Yep, it just kind of digs the car into the ground and you lose all your momentum, but you don't flip upside down in front of the field.
All right, battle for the lead. Perry's there. We'll see if he can't duck it in. He's got 2 more turns. Is he going to get it done here? Nope, it's going to be all Justin Sick bringing it home in heat race number 1. Up into heat race number 2, Icon Sim Sports. You're looking for rigs, one of a kind, built for you? No further than iconsimsports.com. They'll get you definitely fixed up and a right setup for you. You got John Hine out front, Peter Breeze there in second, Brian Dickinson's in third, Steven Spees in fourth, Zach Chapman in fifth, Nicholas Vickers starting sixth, Arson Nicholson in seventh, Nathan Aldridge eighth, and Chase Gorley. I had to find out how to say his last name. It's Gorley, I think. That was the 9th place spot. We just call him Chase G right now. What do you think? I was planning this one, Nick.
Stay high. When all else fails, stay high.
All right, there you go. And it has worked most of the night. I mean, you know, like you just said, the High Line has been the place to be. Or it's been it's been the place and the safest place to be for most of the night. Brian is the only one I've seen that's made that low line work.
Yeah, I'll say without a shadow of a doubt, I think the top is going to be where it's at for the feature. It's just a matter of where it's at right now.
Green flag.
He strokes in. Green flag. John Hine Company out front. Battle for that 4th place spot. That's Dickens. You've got Chapman and company there with them. They're almost 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd. Yep. Oh, I know John's liking a little contact. Almost got hooked. Dickens did. Check the field up behind him. But Spees in the 4th place spot. Also got Chapman and Victory right there on him. No, they would love to get that one more spot, but meanwhile, Spees now kind of got a little breathing room as Victory's up on the top side. Zach Chapman's down there on the bottom side. See Nicholson along with them. They're just not making up much ground. See Nick up on that top. Spees is hanging around the top side too. Now Spees looks like he's venturing in the middle groove, kind of through the turn. He's trying something a little bit different. Holding him off right now. Hickory's hanging on to that top spot. Meanwhile, John's out front. Breeze is right behind him. Dickinson right there in 3rd. They're all single file. The Spees right now in that 4th and final transfer spot. Victory trying to see if he can do everything he can. He's got one more lap to get it done. Out of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. Looks like it's going to be Spees hanging on to the 4th place. Dickinson 3rd, Breeze 2nd, Hine in 1st place out there. Race number 2. Center B Main, SBGC3D.com, B Main. Tom Taylor and Company out there. If you're looking for some good 3D print work, check out SBGC3D.com. We got Doug Lester out front, Nicholas Vickery there in 2nd, Tater Williams 3rd, Zach Chapman in 4th, Andy Piercefield in 5th, Carson Nicholson in 6th, Bob DeGood 7th, Nathan Aldridge 8th, If Kyle grids it up in 9th, and Chase Gorley in 10th. get up with somebody on his last name. Apologize, Chase. It looks like Kyle just is missing in action here tonight, Nick.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Earlier in our group chat, he said that he was going to run it. So I don't know. I saw him join the server, but his name's not in here.
What'd you do to him?
I don't know. There ain't no telling.
Don't blame it on Nick. Nick's fault. Kyle's not out there. Nick said, "I'm taking over the team."
Yeah. No, he's he's been missing in action for this year. He's got a lot of stuff going on outside of outside of iRacing. So
yeah, I mean, we still keep his his dad and his mom thoughts and prayers there. We had a charity event here last couple weeks ago. They're dealing with a house fire and all, and his grandmother, I think, passed away. That's who it was. Grandmother, I saw it out there. So one of the family members, I think it was, passed away for him. So like I said, a lot of off-track stuff happening for him, unfortunately. And then good news tonight, Bill Calder, yeah, I'll get it right, Bill. His wife was able to come home from the hospital. She's been in the hospital for several months now, so that's good news there. So always like hearing that. So maybe Bill will be able to get back out here, but hey, definitely first and foremost, got to take care of the wife, take care of everything out there. So here we go. Got Lester out front, Victory right there in second, and Williams and Chapman racing up pretty good. There's Kyle. He made it. I hadn't seen him grid up, but he did make it out there. He must have ran real fast to his rig. Got jumped in the last second. But he's up to 7th, battling out there with Nicholson a little bit. As Nicholson's up high. Piercefield right in front of them. Meanwhile, up here, Tater Williams and Doug Lester, they're going to battle it out side by side with each other. Vickery's going to sit out front. Maybe test some lines here, see what he needs to do in the feature. Because he's got some breathing room over Lester and Williams. Lester was able to make that battle work. Williams is going to go high, see what Chapman's doing behind him. It's kind of single file throughout the field right now, though. You got the Good and Aldridge right there, racing each other back. But yeah, everybody's just kind of single file for the moment. So kind of line Victory's trying to run up here where he's kind of sticking in that middle groove. And you go behind him, Tater Williams and Lester, they're back at it again. Got Lester do the slide job on Williams. Williams going to see if he can't crisscross it back over. Not yet. He's going to fall back behind him. White flag one more time. Who's going to get that second place? Vic's going to bring it home here. B-Main. And Williams is going to throw a slide job and a crisscross move at the last bit. He tried it. Lester was able to get him. Good move, though. Folks, we'll be right back. Get a word from some of our sponsors. That was a good B-Main out there tonight.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Coolray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, we're back here. That for our feature here tonight. Late models out here. About to tear this track up. Let's grid them up here. Man out front, Justin Sick. We got John Hine going to start in second. Dylan Perry up in the third place spot. Along with Peter Breeze in fourth. Brandon Templeton fifth. Brian Dickens there in sixth. Kurt Shatner in seventh. Stephen Spees at 8, Nicholas Victor there in 9th, Doug Lester's in the 10th place spot. Got 18 cars about to tear this track up here. Let's get set. Know some rumbling or racing. All right. Base car, fix truck, pulling them around here. What we got?
Green, green, green.
Green flag for racing. Already got Hind out front. 2 and 3 wide. Boy, he's got a good lead too. Jump up here, you got Spees, Sick, Perry, all side by side. Duking it out. Dickens along with it. 3 wide racing back here in the very back. We got all over the track. 2 wide. About the field. Second on back. There hardly anybody. Definitely multi-groove right now. The majority of people up on the top side. You see Sick right there in second, but Perry's trying that low line, and Justin is going to get turned. That's going to bring a pile up right there in front of the field. How's track feeling there, Vic?
Kind of got hung on the bottom, so didn't really get to experience a whole lot of track. It looks like there's still a lot of grip in the middle, though. So that's where I was running right there before that caution happened, and obviously the top is going to be fast. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, we had a 5-lap green flag run there. You know, I think it's probably the longest green flag run we've had all night.
Yeah. Hey, good so far. Looks like some multi-groove racing too, by the way.
Yeah. You know, I was, like I said, I think I was on the bottom 3 wide there for the majority of that green flag run, and it I think like I said, we were 3 wide, so nice and tight.
On back, line them back up side by side. Let's go green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, back at it again. See, old Hine gets a good jump again out front. Perry's right there on his back bumper this time, though. Along with Stephen Spees and company. Dickens is right there. Parker's moved up into 5th place. Making a little noise, but caution's out, and that's Justin. Stick around. Right on the Malcolm Mills replay. See, happened. He's down low. Oh, he caught the tire.
I'm telling you, man,
all
they're
night
really
long,
unforgiving.
man. Yeah, you were talking about that all night long. He got down there and got that tire finally. Wow. Yeah, he got down there and the tires just upset that car. They're gonna line them back up, 2 by 2. Hine out front. Gets that good jump on the start. Oh boy, I tell you what, speeds. Up top. He's gonna go down low again on him though. Pile drive the wall just a little bit. I know there's a rivalry between Hine and Speeds. I know they're teammates, but them two guys love racing each other hard. Now they got Perry in between each other. Body's up on that top side wall. Templeton, Chatser and company. Templeton falls back just a little bit. Vickery, he's up there in 4th place. Dickens right behind him. Whoa, never mind. Car upside down, that's Dickens. You got blew up. Wow, just like that. Looked like you hit a rock in the middle of the track.
Yeah, I kind of bounced off the wall in front of him. I don't know if I had anything to do with it, but I was definitely way slow in front of him.
It looked like you just hit a like hit a rock or something in the middle of that track. Boom. Done. Huh. But I'm going single file in this one though.
Yeah, you know, typically on whenever John admins, anytime there's 3 cautions, it doesn't matter how many laps are in between them. Typically we go single file, so
that's good.
Green flag, green flag.
Back green. See John out front. Perry there behind him. I'm just right now just traveling up top. Parker right there with him. Down low in 5th. Shatzer. Oh, Shatzer bumps off the wall just a little bit. And that puts Piercefield and Templeton now side by side. Templeton there, Lester on the inside. Ada Williams. Good battle about 10th place spot. Templeton, Williams. Breeze in the mix. He'll go back. Williams, Lester. All with them right there. Yellow flag. Oh, Chase. Round. Hey, yeah, Justin. Sometimes it happens. How's the car feeling there, Nick?
feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. You know, it's I don't know if it's my internet connection or maybe their internet connection to the server or something, but I swear every time we get in 3 and 4, both Perry and Hine look like they just beat the snot out of the wall. You know, it's almost like the car slams into it. You know, it's nothing intentional there, and I think it's just a connection visualization to me. But
might be helping them out too.
Yeah, maybe they could pass some of that my way.
Yeah, there you go. Race trucks in. Don's out front. Green flag, back racing. Perry had to check up. Like he spun the tires, and boy, that jacked the whole field up behind him. As Vic fell all the way back to 7th on that deal, and They are still 2 and 3 wide, beating each other to death behind them there. Got Lester, Williams, Parker in the mix. And 3 wide, Vic down low. In the middle of that one's Piercefield. He's trying to hang on to it. Lester right there on the back bumper. That was a huge checkup. Wow, we're riding on board here with Lester. They all go by single file for the moment. Parker, Templeton, up top on that wall. Down low, Templeton's there in the 9th place spot, but you got Lester and Williams battling it out too, the 6th and 7th place spot. Meanwhile, still out front is all Hind, but he's got Perry moving in on him. Those two have kind of checked out with a 2.5 second lead over the 3rd place guy, Steven Speed. Speed's better pick it up. Victory right there in the 4th place spot, but Peter Breeze is around. Middle of the track. Well, I know John and Perry probably didn't want to see that caution because they had a huge lead.
Yeah, I think there was some jumping going on, and
well, it looked like some.
They kind of stacked it up.
Yeah, it looked like one of the guys up there spun the tires or something because it did jack the field up there on the week. Got everybody kind of bunched up back there. Is there anything you can do to get around Spees?
Maybe if the top 2 guys pull away, there might be some room for a slider or something, but, I'm trying to keep my incidents down. I'm already at 4, so I don't want to cause any more.
I just go ahead and send it. Green flag. Racing. John gets a good jump out front of Perry. That's what he wants. Meanwhile, Spees is right there in 3rd. Big, but behind him, it's 2 and 3 wide with Piercefield, Williams. And them guys are back there trading paint, beating each other half to death. They got Lester, Parker and company right there in the mix. Templeton. That's the 6th, 7th, and 8th place spot. Oh, car! I thought it was going to be around, but he held on to it. Don't stop on the track. Oh, good job. He got off. That was Kyle Parker. Whew. Unfortunately, got pushed down to the inside there. Gatzer. Perry up front, though. And Spees is closed in now. So we got a 3-car battle for the lead. Perry's there. He's going to throw that slider on the inside. Spees has got a front row seat to this battle. I know he wants it to go green to the end because he needs that momentum. Yeah, I know Vic's sitting back there going, one of y'all just wrecked. I can get 3rd place.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Well, they're all nose to tail right now. Got Hine up front. Perry there in 2nd, white flag. We'll see what Perry's got under his sleeve here. If he can be able to do anything. I doubt he's going to be able to do anything. It's going to be all Hine. Bringing it home in this one. Perry in 2nd. Spees there in 3rd. Good finish to that one. Right. Can't bring some of these guys up here and get a word with them. I'd bring up 3rd place man Spees. Let's get a word with him.
Spees, is Nick up in the booth? You got a copy?
I do, Nick.
So kind of walk us through your night. You know, how was your heat race, and then how did the feature compare to the 358 and the big block stuff earlier tonight?
The track was a lot different. It seemed, I don't know if it was the cars or what, but it seems like we had some better grip versus what we had in those big blocks here. But yeah, heat race, I kind of we got 3 wide, and I kind of got run up into the wall and just kind of had to settle wherever I was. I think you got caught up in that. So again, apologies to you, Nick. 2 in a row there. And then in the feature, I kind of felt like Cole Trickle, like I made a huge mistake on one of those restarts. I know I stacked everybody up and screwed that up pretty bad. So I don't know. The review committee might be busy watching my race this week.
Yeah, no, I think I also played a part in that stack up because, you know, the car in front of you goes, you immediately just jump on it and maybe kind of jumping up the whole field there. But nonetheless, you brought home
John. He was in front, so we'll blame it on John.
Yeah, it's John's fault tonight. So you come from 8th to 3rd. You got anybody you want to thank for bringing home 3rd tonight?
Yeah, Epsilon Sprint Wraps for putting the wrap on this car. Big thanks to Andy Piercefield and Cool Ray for league sponsorships and all the things he does for this as well as other leagues. We greatly appreciate giving us a fun place to play and go back and watch it. And again, thanks to all the folks that tune in and watch us run and pretend circles. We sure have fun doing it. Hopefully people enjoy watching it.
All right, congratulations again, Speeds, on your 3rd place finish. Let's spring up 2nd and get a word with Dylan Perry.
Perry, 2nd place, man.
Dylan, let's nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you had a good run tonight. You started the feature in 3rd, brought home 2nd. You know, I was running behind you guys and saw a couple slider moves there in 3 and 4. Is there anything else you could have done to maybe try and get around Hahn?
No, it was, the way the track was, if you weren't on the cushion, you were going to get freight trained. So it was just one of those you had to be patient and wait for them to mess up, and we didn't have many of those up there. So we finished where we ran most of the race at.
So kind of walk us through, I guess, your heat races and everything else as well. Obviously you brought home 2nd tonight, but, do you wish maybe the track had worn a little bit different, or, did you ever think about going to the bottom? I know the top side was dominant pretty much all night, but did that thought ever cross your mind to try a different line?
There was a couple of times I tried running the middle just to see, whenever I knew I had enough gap, I tried to run the middle to see if there's anything there, but it's hard to not run the cushion here. So once we got up there and the way the track was, it was going to be difficult to try to pass in any other lane. So yeah, I wish it had worn in a little bit more so that we could have moved around some, but at the end of the day, we still brought home 2nd, so I can't complain too much.
Yep, absolutely. It's definitely a great finish and a great run tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for bringing home 2nd?
You got to thank Andy over at Cool Ray, Combs Cuts, B&B Custom Baits, Banging Sets, all the guys over at Chip Bangers Racing. They help me week in and week out, just every one of them. Tater, Andy, Foskey, Chase. I'm probably forgetting some of them, but it's hard to remember every one of them, but I appreciate every single one of them.
Well, definitely good run tonight, bringing home 2nd. We'll bring up John Hahn, your winner tonight in tonight's feature.
There you go. Like you said, man, Dylan doing an outstanding job. John, do you want in the booth? Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, I tell you what, good night for you so far. You was able to get out front there, stay out front. How was the car feeling, and was you a little worried there a couple times with Perry being on your back end?
Yeah, we brought a speed ship out tonight. The last few laps there, I made a mistake and tapped the wall, and it messed my entry up into 1, and which consequently messed my exit down the backstretch, and he got a good run. And I knew that his only chance was going to be to slide, so I tried to position even on corner entry to be ready to cross over and get down the straightaway.
Absolutely, and you did an outstanding job holding them off all night long. So, what was your feeling about the short track here, all in all here tonight?
Well, I can tell you, the last race that you guys talked to me, I was like, man, you can't go anywhere. And it's the same thing. Everybody was up against the wall, and I didn't see how the racing was through the pack. But, to get max speed out of it, you had to be up against that wall. And that's where I was, which that's what made it difficult. Because I think at the end there, I might have been holding up Dylan and maybe even Steven a little bit both. I love the short tracks. I like it when we go to the bull rings. Those are always my favorite tracks to go to because you got to drive a little bit. But tonight it was almost just hammered down against the wall. It kept me busy, but as much as it made me nervous, the only real fun I had there is when Dylan crossed me over and is like, "Okay, I got to go to work," and I hope we made it look exciting anyway. And that was my take on tonight and the track and everything.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, just one of them tough ones here tonight, but you was able to pull it off in victory lane. Got anybody you want to thank for a good win?
Absolutely. It's been a heck of a week. The second one this week, I got a Renegades race earlier this week, so it's going to be one I'm going to put in the memory bank for sure. I do want to thank the cruise shop, the cruiseshopfw.com, whether you're planning a family vacation, just a weekend getaway, or a wedding or whatever the thing is, the honeymoon. Go to the cruiseshopfw.com, reach out to Brenna. She'll set you up, help you set up an itinerary. Also want to give a shout out to Cool Ray Heating and Plumbing. Andy has done a lot for our league and whatnot. I'm proud to have them on my car. And just a note, everybody in the Atlanta area, we are entering fall. The winter's going to be around the corner. If you're in that Atlanta area, go out and you want to get just get a tune-up on the old furnace. Give Cool Ray Heating and Plumbing a call. And then also want to thank Epsilon Sprint Wraps. Go out to Facebook, give them a like, PM them and say, hey, I want one of those wraps. And then I'd like to thank my wife, as always, and thank her for having patience and letting me do this on a nightly basis. And before I forget, I know I'm long-winded here, forgive me, but the last people I do want to thank are my Gambler teammates. We've had a great night. Zach got a win. I got a win. Steven's been on the podium there. Andy, who Kure, I think just got a top 5, which is his first in the league. So I want to give a big shout out to him for that. And then you guys for doing the broadcast. Thank you guys very much.
There you go. Winner tonight here, John Hine, bringing it home for the late models with Vic. It was an awesome night here tonight, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed it. For myself and everybody here at the Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League, everyone, have a good night.